May the 4th be with you. 7 wild Star Wars technology scientists are building right now. From warp drive to lightsabers, researchers are on it. A long time, well, warp drive, of course, is also Star Trek. Now, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, technology was way cooler than it is in our reality. Commercial spaceships bending space-time to cross galaxies in seconds, autonomous androids capable of translating any language on the fly, or leaving a battlefield in ruin, deadly swords of plasma that fit comfortably under your bathrobe. These classic Star Wars technologies have captured imaginations for decades, and some of them are finally coming to fruition, according to scientists. Here are 7 futuristic Star Wars technologies that could soon become a reality. First of all, battle androids, humanoid robots. Atlas is one on the move, according to Boston Dynamics. And here we are. It looks very humanoid, doesn't it? Instead of having some kind of another animal, like a leopard or something, or a cheetah, it looks like a human running on 2 legs. And of course, the problem is the stability of it. If it had 4, it would have been better. But anyway, that's the battle android of the Boston Dynamics robots. Unmanned aerial vehicles, battle drones, have been a staple for warfare for several decades, but you'll never hear 2 Predator drones bickering like an old married couple, a la R2-D2 and C-3PO. Artificial intelligence is still at work in progress, but humanoid robots, aka androids, have taken literal leaps in ability and design in recent years. US tech firm Boston Dynamics demonstrates this with 2 now infamous robots: Atlas, a terrifyingly agile bipedal droid that can sprint, backflip, and do parkour, and the RoboDog Spot, an autonomous 4-legged robot that has already found work in hospital wards, on farms, and with the New York Police Department, NYPD. And these bots are not designed specifically for combat, but we'd hate to run into them in the dark alley at night. Now, laser swords. Lightsabers are perhaps the single most coveted piece of technology for any kid who grew up watching Star Wars, made of a retractable plasma blade generated by a made-up gem called Kyber crystal. Combat-ready cyber lightsabers are still far beyond the grasp of modern science, but creative inventors like those behind Channel Hacksmith have come up with some clever and deadly laser swords that come pretty close to the preferred weapon of the Jedi. In 2018, Hacksmith created the world's first retractable plasma-based energy sword with a 4,000 degree Fahrenheit, that's 2,200 degrees Celsius blade, capable of cutting through solid titanium. The blade requires an external fuel pack full of compressed propane gas and oxygen, so it's not likely to fit on any aspiring Jedi's belt, but it could easily be burned through a human hand should you or your father want to reenact the climax of The Empire Strikes Back. Then you have bionic arms. Depending on how well your lightsaber works, you may soon need the assistance of such an arm, like the one Luke receives at the end of Empire. And there's a piece of technology that's not just science fiction anymore. Functional prosthetic arms that can grasp, pinch, make a fist, and even give a thumbs up are increasingly common. Some of them are even inspired by Star Wars. The prosthetics company Open Bionics, for example, sells a hero arm for adults and children ages 8 and up, which is available in more than 50 styles, including Star Wars and Marvel lookalikes, and these typically sell for between $10,000 and $20,000 an arm, according to bionicforeveryone.com. Universal translators. C-3PO is famously fluent in more than 6 million forms of communication. On paper, that sounds a lot more impressive than the 100 or so languages that Google Translate knows, but how often do you really need to ask for directions in a Wokisi anyway? On the plus side, you won't need to visit any shady scrap dealers to take advantage of the Google Translate. Simply open up the website on your phone or computer, then type directly into the box or speak into your microphone watch the app translate your voice into the language of your choosing in real time, and you'll never need to conjugate another verb again. And the commercial spaceships to escape the sandy backwater of Tatooine Lake, and Obi-Wan hire a private spaceship for 17,000 credits. In our world, commercial space travel costs a bit more, and you don't even get to leave the solar system. In June 2021, an auction winner paid $28 million to join the inaugural flight of Blue Origin, a commercial space travel company founded by Amazon's Jeff Bezos. The lucky winner's son joined Bezos and his brother on a 10-minute trip to space, reaching a maximum altitude of about 62 miles. It's 100 kilometers above Earth, technically past the point where Earth's atmosphere ends and space begins. That's an expensive 10 minutes, but some experts have predicted that the cost of a commercial space travel could drop to about $100,000 per person in the coming decade. Hooray! Warp drive. Occasionally, Han Solo's ship, the Millennium Falcon, makes a daring jump into hyperspace, allowing the vessel to travel extraordinary distances in mere moments. If hyperspace is the same as warp drive, the concept of the US government has been actively researching, according to recent released documents, then it involves distorting the shape of space-time to pass from one part of the universe to another. In 1994, physicist Miguel Alcubierre published a paper showing how warp drive could be physically possible by using equal amounts of positive and negative energy, so simultaneously compress the space in front of the spaceship while expanding the space behind. But for now, negative energy remains purely speculative, as does warp drive technology. Still, it has not stopped theoretical physicists from investigating this. This is by Brandon Spector on Life Science. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.